Everybody, Earl at thelogbook.com, back for more Voyages of Shelf Discovery. We have something that is kind of off the path for the usual sci-fi and gaming stuff that tends to show up here, but these are absolutely delightful. These are just some selected figures from the Super 7 Sesame Street ReAction figure line from the past couple of years. The Yip Yip Martians were from Wave 1, and from this year's second wave, we have Cookie Monster and Oscar the Grouch. Wave 1 also featured Bert and Ernie and the Count, and I really deeply regret not picking them up now because Wave 1 is done. It's out of print. Wave 2 also features Guy Smiley and another character I have completely forgotten, unfortunately. But these are wonderful figures. I'm kind of amazed these have not happened before in this form because they are perfect for it. Let's go ahead and start opening everyone up. As you can see, Mercutio is on hand to make sure nothing will interfere with the opening of Oscar the Grouch. Oscar has a little mechanism on the back of his trash can that raises his head up and opens the lid. So as always, I try to do minimal damage to the backing card artwork while still getting the thrill of opening the thing up. It's a trade-off. Sometimes it goes well, sometimes not so well. Oscar does come with a single accessory, which you'll see in a moment. It's the tiny worm, his little worm friend, which looks like it would be incredibly, incredibly easy to lose at that scale. Oscar himself is... You can raise and lower him with the lever on the back of the can. See it here in slightly better light. You can manually open or close the lid. There is not any kind of spring mechanism on the lid. It is entirely manual. If you raise Oscar's head, that will open the lid. If you lower it, you have to close the lid yourself. You can, and it's kind of a sticky mechanism, and so you can have whatever altitude for Oscar that you see fit. If you want him peeking out, or if you want his whole head sticking out, all you have to do is position him appropriately. The can is very nicely detailed. Just the right amount of, shall we say, wear and dent on it. It seems realistically what a trash can would look like. Cookie Monster here, we see his accessories are cookies, and how could they not be? So let's start tearing into Cookie Monster's package like Cookie Monster himself would tear into a whole family-size package of Chips Ahoy. I love the artwork on these. It's simple and stylized, and it fits the brand. It fits the brand so well. ReAction really, Super 7 really brought their A game here. Alright, unleash the Cookie Monster. Cookie Monster is kind of chunky, so it does take a bit of effort to get him out of there. The interesting thing about this figure is And it could just be that I I am not remembering. I don't think I remember ever seeing that this is what Cookie Monster's body looks like. I was joking before the figure was revealed that they should just take the Shogun Godzilla body, and paint it blue. Complete with the tail. And just stick a Cookie Monster head on it. I suppose you really still could do that, but I am not displeased with what they came with. The cookies are made of kind of a slightly pliable plastic. Be very careful when you pull those out of the package. Since they are pliable, they do fit nicely into Cookie Monster's hands. He will hold them very securely because they're cookies. Why wouldn't he? And so we have a character who's a mascot for more than one generation of junk food enthusiasts. Behold the Cookie Monster. That's a fantastic little figure. Very sturdy, by the way. Stands up. Yeah, neither Cookie Monster nor Oscar have any problem standing on their own. I mean, look at those feet. If that figure wasn't stable, I would have some serious questions about the nature of physics. This one, however, from Wave 1, the Yip Yip Martians, this was the item, and I sped this video up a bit because it took me a while. This was the item that really got me on board with the Sesame Street figure line. Being a grown man in my 50s, I was kind of budget limited when Wave 1 was being pre-ordered, and so this was the only one I could get. And there they are. There they are. The package is a bit difficult to get into because it includes a stand, which is housed in a kind of an under tray that is taped to the tray holding the figures. And part of the reason I sped up the video is I spent far too much time trying to bust into that tray when I finally realized, oh, all I have to really do is stick a finger in there and extract the stand, and my business back there is done. Took me a few minutes, finally got there. There are supposed to be 2 translucent posts, one for each of the Martians. My package only contained 1. Now the good news is, these guys also freestand very sturdily. And that's a relief because, yeah, I kept feeling around for the second post, and it wasn't there. It wasn't included. It didn't make it into the package. So, very minor problem because, as I said, our boys are very sturdy on their own. They have this lovely little lever, each of them, on the back of their heads that let you articulate the mouths. And that is the killer app for these figures, isn't it? Nope, 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 nope. The idea with the post is that they float in the air, as you always saw them on the show. It was kind of implied that our Martians were floating through life and sort of learning how we do things here on Earth and barely making sense of it. Nope, 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 nope. That is an absolutely delightful feature. That is the best thing ever. The Yip Yip Martians from the Sesame Street line here, they are exactly what I was hoping they would be. These are my favorite new figures in quite some time, in case you can't tell from the fact that in the demo video, and it's kind of made funnier by the fact that it's sped up, I couldn't stop playing with them. These things are just fun. And where exactly are they going to live in my toy collection? Well, there's an easy answer for that. and I'll get there in a moment. One final group shot here looking at my pickups from the Sesame Street line so far. ReAction figures are $20 a pop, and so that's a lot of money sitting there. That being said, I wish I was budgeted to pick them all up because Super 7 is absolutely knocking this line of figures so far out of the park that it is not even funny. These are fantastic. And yes, am I nominally way too old for these to be of interest to me? Perhaps. You know, the Martian's eyes just kind of seem to follow you. They're staring into your soul. Kind of like Cookie Monster, now that I think of it. But there's so much nostalgia wrapped up in these characters. And so now we answer the question, where are they going to live? They're going to live in the arcade. Oh, nope. Oh, yes you are. Yes, you definitely are. You can stop that. I have a corner of my collection set up mainly because I acquired so many of these world's tiniest arcades back when they were in vogue, as well as a few Hallmark ornaments there off to the right. Hallmark briefly... I don't understand why they stopped doing this. They had this great little line of ornaments that were very authentic, very accurate little arcade machines. And so between those two things, and the fact that, you know, there have been various sort of PVC statue-type figurines and various other, you know, little tiny video game memorabilia, little 3D printed computers that you used to be able to pick up on Etsy. Why not construct an arcade for my off-duty action figures? The arcade needs a trash can. It just happens to have Oscar in it, because why not? And so this is a perfectly good place for figures to hang out that perhaps were a very short line, or just otherwise they don't really fit into any other category that my various displays of my collection fit into. And so yeah, I think these guys are going to live in the arcade. Cookie Monster is having himself a good time eating some cookies back there. The Martians are, you know, pondering how to increase their Pac-Man scores. Nope. And a good time was had by all. And so a good place for them to spend their time now that they've been added to my collection. These figures are great. I highly recommend these. This may seem like a really silly out-of-left-field edition for someone who, you know, everything in the background of this shot is some sort of ostensibly serious science fiction thing. But Yip Yip Martians with mouths that you can move, sign me up for that. I will be watching this series of figures with great interest in the future.